All right, everybody. We are here with Aaron Schilb, founder of Nashville Tour Stop, for another episode of 6 to 9 Minutes with Chaz. Thanks for coming in, bro.
My pleasure, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, coming in, even though like we're literally set up between, what is this, the Showmere Seafood and Hampton Inn Suites with ML Rose in the back. We're about to get a burger.
Yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful part of town. I'm glad that we didn't have to drive into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, and you said the one that was over on Charlotte earlier, and I was looking, I was like, it's like another 10 minutes west.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna just kind of see what's up. And then I remembered this had like a weird grassy patch. I was like, this could work.
We can have a little bit of a nicer background here.
Yeah,
so it's not just an asphalt parking lot.
Exactly. Dude, so for anybody who doesn't know you, which would be kind of impossible at this point, I think, but yeah, just tell everybody, who you are, where you're from, and how we know each other and stuff like that.
I am from Columbia, Missouri. I met you at I think it was at Belcourt Taps, an old bar here.
Yeah.
Here in Nashville. I was running a show that I founded in 2018 called Nashville Tour Stop that does writers' rounds, acoustic showcases, full band events, and we have a podcast of our own, and we do networking events around town to get the community engaged with each other. So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and this podcast is actually on it's on the Tour Stop network.
The podcast network.
Yeah. I just was doing a bunch of the uploads today and all that. But also I was thinking today, I was like trying to mentally like think of like a couple things, and I noticed that like you're probably single-handedly responsible for 90% of the people I know in this town.
Am I really?
Yeah, or at least the ones that I've like maintained like positive connections with, or like people that I've stayed with for like the last like, it's about 5 years now, or it's about to be 6 in January.
That's been a huge part of what I wanted Tour Stop to be, because when I first moved here, it was so hard to get involved. And then you'd go meet people, and they were just short, like they didn't want to be involved with new people. It was really cliquey. And I was like, man, I want to start my own club, except make it open to everybody no matter what.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I hate even using the term like pruning, but I pruned the people who weren't nice and welcoming. And as a result, now, 7 years later, everyone who's involved is super chill. Everyone's kind and wants to collaborate and just hang out and be nice.
Which is, honestly, that's the key. I noticed that a lot too. It's a big reason why I have the Nashville pop stuff.
Good hangman.
Yeah, for real. Like, it's crazy how the cliques form so fast in town. But like, sure, all it takes is showing up in town, and then that stuff breaks down pretty quick. It's like, I just have to partake. I just have to be a piece of the community.
I literally just have to be part of the thing I want to be part of.
Exactly. Who would have thought? Dude, it's nuts, man. And then, I mean, crazy stuff as well is like you also do the music as well. I know you haven't done a serious project in a minute, but you've had a couple of those really hilarious parody ones. But then also like you did I remember a couple years ago, like you did a whole album project, and then you had a whole like documentary about it.
Yeah.
And it was just badass, dude. I just remember when it was happening, I was like, dude, this guy he's nuts, dude. He's just like doing everything.
I started wanting to be like a rock star, like electric guitar player, and then
you kill it out there, bro. You play great.
And I couldn't play my electric guitar, my amp and stuff, so I started writing these acoustic songs. And then like my first artist I really fell in love with, honestly, was Weird Al.
Dude, I loved Weird Al, bro. He's so good.
It made so much sense for me to transition into writing parody music, which like I'll write parodies of popular songs. Like I did a parody of Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar, except it's just about eating pie. I want to eat a lot of pie. It's just stuff like that. But when people hear it live, they're like, all right, this is pretty fun.
I mean, yeah, and it's funny because like for me, it's like entertainment is such a big scope.
Sure.
Like there's always gonna be like the person that's writing that sad song that's gonna make your heart wrench, but who out here is trying to make people happy?
I know.
And also like it's just fun to kind of break the noise a little bit and have a little bit of that. I mean, you still got your serious songs and you do your co-writes and all that too, and it still hits. But there's something about like whenever you bust out, like, don't invite me to your wedding unless there's an open bar. And it's like that stuff is just great because we're all out there. It breaks up that whole mentality of like, this needs to be work all the time.
Right.
We need to be focused on making the great.
It needs to be fun.
Like literally, I feel like 90% of musician life is like, we just want to make like cool shit with our friends. Yeah. And then we get out here and we're like, oh, I got to do this. I got bills to pay. I have dreams of being Taylor Swift. Like, and it's like, whatever. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. No, I just need to grab a beer and just like chill.
Like, one of the things I noticed is like so much of the stuff that blows up on TikTok isn't this hyper produced, like sad or really emotional content. It's the whole like POV, like check out what happened.
Yeah.
And that's the energy I try to bring to those funny songs. Is just check out what I thought of.
Yeah, man. It's seriously, I've always been a fan of like you and the Tour Stop, and then we've been friends for years now. But like, and I'm finally like, it's finally like we're actually able to hang out and stuff now. It's like the first couple of years, it's like, it was like we met, it was like, bro, you're awesome. I want to hang out. And then it's like, but we gotta work. We're building, man.
It's like, are you free 18 Saturdays from now? Can we hang out in 6 months from now? Does that sound good?
It's amazing. And then we do, dude. We literally, it's funny. It's like today we're hitting the podcast thing first, but usually we're just like, it takes us like what? I think last time we met up, it took us like 45 minutes to get in.
Get to the work because we're just talking. Like, and it's usually talking about nothing.
Bro, it's our timer. It is usually talking about nothing. So that's 6 minutes. So what we got now is it's just like 3 minutes. We're gonna talk about basically just anything that the people who are listening can expect from you, Tour Stop, or whatever's just on your radar for the rest of the year. So this podcast will be coming out in December. So like anything going on to look forward for end of 2024, 2025.
So the stuff that I'm working on right now for the end of 2024, I've got a couple more big shows at the Listening Room, which is like the premier songwriter venue here in Nashville.
We just played the couple weeks ago. It was awesome, bro.
Yeah, you played
it was
one.
honest. I have nonstop been ranting about it because one is like we sold 75 tickets for the show.
Yeah.
So after the
in
split,
the middle of the afternoon,
at a 1:00 show,
on a weekday too.
On a weekday, it was a Thursday. It was so 75 tickets was great, and then after the splits and everything like that. But then when I made the offer for the just donate for my CDs, bro. Like at the end of that event, it was $200 for me.
Yeah.
So like, I played 4 songs, and I got to feel like a rock star and make some money. I was like, it was incredible, dude. Like to have that audience, and then like, thank you so much for that.
That
dude.
direct engagement is so hard to find in Nashville, and that's one of the venues where you can absolutely find it.
Exactly. And so
on
thanks.
Shows, and we've got I'm playing on our 1000th show right now.
Oh my God.
That'll come up early 25.
Jeez, 1,000 already?
1000th show, man.
Bro, we got to get another. We got to get another tour on the books, bro.
I know we do. We got to get back on the road.
Because you guys you've been a little bit all over. You did New York. You guys have been down in Florida. You guys.
Yep, we've been around. It's that was the original idea for the show, is to tour songwriters, and then it like shut down with COVID and everything. But I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm here for the ride, bro.
I'm here for it too, baby.
Dude. All right. Well, anything else you want to let anybody know about stuff to look forward to? I mean, you got the Listening Room shows coming up. I just saw you posted another flyer. Like what else you want anybody to know?
If anybody's wanting to get involved or like learn about the Nashville Tour Stop, there's so many ways to be involved, whether you're like fresh off the boat or you're a seasoned veteran. Like there is a place for everybody, no matter who you are, what you do, what kind of music you do. I call it genre fluid.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, and you actually do a really great job of putting people and like mixing the genres too. It's like you put people together well. I remember I actually just had Gracie on, Gracie Carroll, which you put me on the round with her. And the same thing with Fiona, which I know she's running around doing her own thing. But like those are two of like my favorite people in this town that I've met, and they literally were direct because of the rounds you put me on.
Because of the rounds.
Yeah.
And that's how so many people make friends, is these rounds. And a lot of people will say that writers' rounds are like, you don't get paid for it, so what's the point? I'm like, the point is making friends, man.
Making friends.
Let it just be about going and meeting new people.
Exactly. And buying like a side of fries or a drink to support. Because like it's great to show up, whatever, but it's nice. Like skip the coffee in the morning.
Go have some fries.
Go get a Fat Tire, or get a Greenbrier, whatever supports the community. Dude. All right. Timer. Well, we got one more minute. Okay. This last minute is real quick, and it's just to kind of plug up. So we already kind of transitioned into it, but if somebody wants to get involved, like how do they find you? Like obviously reading is important, like anybody. Like read the text, read the notes, read the websites. Like all the information is readily available right there.
Very
and the less of a headache you make it, the more likely we will respond. But yeah, so where can everybody find you guys? Like, where can and anything else you want to just...
A couple ways to get involved. You can, if you're just wanting to check out real quick, you can go to our social medias. Everything's at Nashville Tour Stop. And if you want to learn a little bit more, like get into some of the nitty gritty details, or you want to submit to perform, NashvilleTourStop.com's got all the info there. There's a contact form that goes right to my email, so you get a direct line to me.
Heck yeah.
And it's got a whole list of all of our shows, so if you want to come see Chaz play, we'll probably have that listed there.
Dude, that's it. I mean, that was perfect timing. Literally right on the money. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in for 6 to 9 minutes with Chaz and Aaron Schilb in the Nashville Tour Stop. Thanks for coming in, bro.
Pleasure.
Or meeting me out here. So,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.